everybody, this is Kathy Crowder's Mountain. Look at the pretty colors we're going to be working with today. Now I'll tell you the names of them in just a little bit, but I want to show you the quilt. This is called Spinning Star. Spinning Spools Star. So you can see the spools of thread. You see that? And it gives the effect of the star spinning around a little bit. You see it? Alright. Now that's what we're going to draw today. And you'll notice that I have a double border. And I used blue on the outside and green on the inside. And it matched my spools of thread, and then the ones on the outside match this coral color. So that's what we're going to be drawing today. Now you know that I use get my pens over here. I use these Sharpies to draw on paper so that you guys can see the lines. You're going to be using your heat erasable pens or whatever your favorite marking tool is. You know, mine is the heat erasable pens because I can get rid of the marks just by wiping it with a damp cloth or with my heat tool. So let's get started. Now I'm going to try to do this in this it's sort of a lighter color of turquoise, teal. And I want to try to do that so that when I write over my lines that I'm drawing here, you can tell where the pattern is better, I think. Alright, so we really don't have to. I'm trying to get my ruler right, y'all. I cleaned it up a while ago and I thought I'd scrubbed off the numbers for a minute. Okay, this is a 24-inch piece of paper, and it's that flip chart paper, but I flipped it over to the blank side. So if you see any kind of real light lines, that's what you're seeing is the grid on the back. Alright, so I'm going to make a double border, and each border is going to be 1 inch wide. So that's what I'm going to do first, so that we don't get confused when we're drawing our star. Try to get that all lined up. Hope y'all doing good today. We've had some beautiful weather and I've been out planting flowers, but it rained all day yesterday and it's got cold again. So I'm going to stay in the basement. So I thought this is a good day to show you guys how to make some more barn quilts. Alright. Let me make sure I got that one right. I don't think I did. I was too far over there. Couldn't see it. Now, I got it. Alright, here is our 1 inch border. That'll be one color and that'll be another color. Okay, we have our border drawn. And keep in mind, we'll be putting those small spools of thread right here. But now here's what I want to do. I need 4 blocks, but I'm not going to draw that grid because I don't really need it. I just need to mark it off every 5 inches, because here's what's going on. This is 24. I took off 4 with my border, so it left me 20 inches in the middle, and I need to divide that 4 in 4 equal parts. Now, y'all have seen my videos before where I actually block it off, but I don't need to this time. But we do need the measurements though to draw our star. So all I'm doing now is just marking every 5 inches. So it's, I put the end of my ruler right here on the inside, because that's my 20 inches. And I just said 5, 10, 15, and that end one is the 20th one. I'm going to do that all the way around. Some of them we're going to use, and some of them we're not going to use. We'll have them if we need them. This one's really pretty, and be thinking about what colors you might like to use. All right, now what we're going to do now is we're just going to draw 2 triangles, and that's just going to be real easy. All right, here's the center on your left. So we're going to go from there to that 3rd block up at the top. I mean, 3rd tick mark. 1, 2, 3. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go from that center down to the 3rd one at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And what we're doing here is actually, so we're going straight down here. We're just going to connect the bottom of that triangle. We're drawing a 6-point star. All right, here's your first one up here. And there's the first one down here. And we're just going to connect those 2. And we're going from the center on the right back down to here. That first one on the left-hand side. And then we're just going to go from here to here. See that? And we've got 6 points to our star. Now, we've got our 6-point star drawn, and now all we have to do is see where the star points come together here. We're going to draw a straight line from the center of the points. So we just need 3, 2, and 3. Now, can you see the points of the star? There's one, there's one. The lines, I mean. These are just guidelines. Remember when we just drew out the triangle, we really don't need these. Okay, so what we're going to do now, you see these lines here that we drew? We're going to draw These lines now, they're going to be 2 inches on each side. So we'll have 4 inches. From the center, we're going to have 2 inches here and 2 inches here. And at the point of each star, we're going to have 2 inches. So let me show you that. We're drawing the spools now. The actual spools. Let me get the red. Let's see, I'll get the black one. Alright, so here, you see your points here. And like I said, that's just a guideline. Alright, so we're just going to even these up. You can find the right side of your ruler. Alright, we're going to draw 2 inches here and 2 inches here. See that? And we'll just go ahead and go over here to the other one. From the center, we're drawing 2 inches out and 2 inches from the point of the star. Now, if you wanted to, you could take your 24 inch or your yardstick, whatever you're working with, to draw your borders. And just even it up with the center here. And draw a 4 inch line, a 2, and a 2. We got the same thing, we just did it a little bit different. Just in case you don't have a yardstick. This is a 24 inch ruler. I think I've told y'all this before. A lady in my class gave it to me and I just love it. That's what I was teaching. And, whoa, slow down. There you go. Get it in there because this fat marker. But anyway, 2 inches from the corner. Let me get that right. And 2 inches from the point. So you see what we have? 2 inches, 2 inches, 2, 2, all the way around on your points. Now, we have to draw the other side. And let me make sure I got that right. Okay. So you see the line that I told you wasn't nothing but guidelines? That's all that is. But from this point to this point, in case you've already gotten rid of them, from this point to this point, we're going to line it up. And it's a little bit over 7 inches. I mean, a little bit over 6.5, but we're not going to worry about that. We're putting our 0 right in that corner, and we're drawing 1 inch or 1.5. It's 1. So no matter what you're drawing, what size, just remember these are twice. They're twice as long as these. So these are 2 inches. And these lines are going to be 1 from there. Just adjust your ruler and draw 1 from there. Now, I'm going to do that all the way around on these lines. So we're going all the way around. It's 1 inch Now, see what we got? We got on these guidelines here, we went 1 inch on both sides. But if you'd already gotten rid of yours, that's fine. Just measure it out. Line your ruler up with these points so that you get it straight. And just make 1 inch marks. Now look here, this is what we're doing. And this, when you first start doing this, kind of a little bit tricky, because I messed up when I done mine. I messed up and turned my spool the wrong way. So this one, we're drawing the spools now. Watch this. See that? See that? This line right here that we drew, and that star. See that spool? Alright. This one now has got to go that way. We're kind of spinning them now. But we're just going from the end of our 2 inch line up to that 1. From the 1 to the 2. And see? I'm just drawing this in so you can see it. See how that went up that way? Let me show you. If you can see them both. See this star, this spool is going this way. That one's going that way. Now see the other one's going that way. And it just keeps spinning. Keep dropping my stuff. Alright. See them starting to look okay. They're spinning now. I had to stop and think a minute. Make sure I got it right. Alright, now take a screenshot of that, and I'm going to go in here and mark these in dark so that you can actually see the spools. This might help a little bit. See the spool? And then this one. You don't really have to do that when you're drawing, when you're getting ready to paint your tape. You're going to put your tape up there and paint it anyway. So these guidelines right here ended up, you're not using them, that's just guidelines. But you see, you have your star now, your spinning spool star. You see that? See it? Now I'll come along in a minute, take a screenshot of that, and I'm going to show you how to do the corners here. The spools on the corners. Right here. I'm going to show you how to do that. And all we're going to do is draw like a block. So that's going to be easier. And I'm going to do that in red for you so it'll show up. So that's not really hard at all. It's not hard to paint either. So and all this in here will be the white. All in here. Okay, so make sure you can see this. Alright. So all we need to do to make this spool, and I may not do all 4 of them on camera because you won't need that. But you see where we drew our borders? We're just going to go from that corner to the corner. And that block ended up being 2 3/4. Now, let's find a way to make sure we got that straight just by going into that corner. And we're going to draw that 2 3/4. And we're going to come down here and try to get that straight too. Line it up with that. That's going to be 2 3/4. And then we're just going to draw straight across. So all we did was make a block that was 2 3/4. Now yours might end up a little different if you made your borders a little bit wider than 1 inch, but that's alright. It's not going to matter. Alright, for this spool, we don't have to do the, this was twice as long as this one. We don't have to do that on this one because it's more straight and it's not spinning. So we just have to do a 1/2 inch on each side. All 4 corners. Just needs a 1/2 inch. And then we just connect them. See? And here's your spool, see? Whatever color you decide to make it. And I made that white. Let me lay it up here. See, here's the spool. See right there? There's the spool. And if you want it skinnier than that, you could just bring it in a little bit. Make that like 1.5 inches. I mean, an inch or 3/4 inch. The longer this is, the skinnier that spool is going to be. But all 4 of them need to be the same size. And what you want to do is get it from corner to corner where it touches. See, mine got off just a little bit. The other ones, I got off on that other one too. So just be real careful. You know, I always talk about them crisp lines meeting at a certain point so they look real crisp. But you see, I got off on that one. So don't do what I did. What is that? Do what I say do, not what I do. I'm just going to show you my boo-boos. Ain't nothing wrong with a boo-boo. Alright, so I'm not going to do all 4 of them for you because you saw what I did. I just made like 2 3/4 block. Just make sure your block, even if it's not 2 3/4, just make sure it goes from that to that, to that, back up here. Alright. Take you a screenshot of that one. And before I get those bottles out and show you my colors, some folks ask how I hang mine, and I got these little D hooks that go on, and I just use a little Dremel to start my screw holes, and that's 3/8 inches. The little screws are 3/8 inches, and they're stainless steel. They don't rust. And but I'm using a 1/2 inch MDO, And you see, I kills the back of it too. But if I'd have wanted, another little tip, if I wanted this to be real clean, I could have put painter's tape all around the outside. And I do that sometimes, but I didn't this time. So, let me get the paint. Alright. This is coral. Maybe I've already told you that. And I used that green that I can't pronounce the name of it. Jonte green. I still haven't got my kids to tell me how to pronounce that yet. The gray is Metropolis. The white in here is ultra pure white. And then my blue is Rushing Rapids. Now I used 3 colors, but you could use more than that if you want to. You could have 6. But I just used 3 because I wanted my border. You know, I have double border, so I used blue and green and the coral and the white on my border that matched the inside. Now you could use any color for that background if you wanted to. Lighter gray, or I don't know, if you really want it to be bright, you could use yellow. But you want something besides white, because you've got white on the outside of your star. So anyway, that's the spinning spool star, and I hope y'all like that. And coming up next, I got that double video. Double video. It's 2 barn quilts. If one gets too long, I'll make 2 out of it, but I'm going to publish them the same day. They'll upload at the same time. Alright, here you go. I went in and I come back in and colored the spools for you so that you could actually see where the pattern lies. And just the one thing, make sure, like, if whatever color you use, if you're using 3 colors like I did, just make sure they're opposite of each other, or it won't spin. It won't look like it's spinning very well. But anyway, and then you could just use whatever colors you choose for the star. Just match them with that, and I think you'll be fine. Or you don't even have to put a border on it if you don't want to. Anyway, I think we're almost finished. In case you wonder where I get my bottles at, here you could take a screenshot of that. I get them from lolebuffet.com, and I'm not sponsored, but she gave us a code to use. We get 10% off, and it's Kathy10. And then if you need me, Kathy R. Taylor at iCloud.com. And I enjoy answering your questions on YouTube as well, so you can just always leave me a comment, and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. And then my favorite, well, I won't say my favorite, but 2 of them that I use, and I love them both. There's a lot of Facebook groups out there that I like dealing with barn quilts. But Barn Quilts International and Barn Quilts Addicts, that's the ones that I use the most. Have fun, y'all, and I'll see you all in the next video, and happy painting.